To Father Joshua Stone, Baltimore, Maryland, February 19, 1786. My dear friend and trusted advisor, regretfully, I must inform you that I shall not be returning to Baltimore in the spring. I cannot, in good conscience, return to my position as a shepherd to the faithful. How can I lead my flock when I myself have lost my way? Before I can ever preach again, I must rediscover my own faith. I have come to question the very nature of good and evil. I have seen bloodshed in the name of God, and witnessed his children sowing the seeds of evil. I cannot escape my intuition that our good Christian faith blinds us to the greater evil that exists within our midst. Tomorrow, I travel to Blair Township. Doubtless you have heard of their recent demonic plight. I know not what manner of evil plagues Blair, but I go to find the true nature of God, and in the process, myself, your humble servant and eternal friend, Jonathan Prye. My good lady, where are your townspeople going?
Out of Blair. It is the den of Satan. The witch feasts on our children.
What witch? Explain yourself, woman.
God help you if you go to Blair.
Gentlemen, can you tell me, please, where are all the people going?
It's the witch, Elly Kedward.
Never speak her name, boy.
Good sir, I implore you, what terrifies the people so?
God has forsaken us into the arms of evil. Go back to where you came from, friend, before it's too late.
Tell me, is there anyone in town? Anyone who can help me? I've come to fight the evil here.
Sir, you are a fool if you stay here. But the town's magistrate, Jonah, and Father Goodfellow have stayed behind. Jonah is located in the courthouse, and Father Goodfellow is in the church.
I would welcome you, good sir, but I cannot imagine what your purpose would be in traveling here. Tell me, what is your name and what business do you have here?
I am Jonathan Prye. I've heard stories of an evil that plagues your town. I've come to offer my assistance.
Prye? I've heard that name. A witch hunter.
I have been known as such.
Well, I will tell you this, witch hunter. Our town has indeed been vexed by unexplainable occurrences. Several of the town's children have disappeared. but we have no need for the interference of outsiders.
Your children are disappearing. Your townsfolk are fleeing and speaking of witches and demons, and still you refuse my help?
The people can be forgiven for jumping to a supernatural conclusion. They fear for the well-being of their children. But this is an official matter. I have 2 suspects in my custody now. I appreciate your offer, but your help is not needed here.
The stories speak of a witch.
Yes, we've sown the seeds of our own local legend with that one, I'm afraid.
Tell me about her.
Nothing to tell, really. An old woman named Elly Kedward was found guilty of practicing witchcraft, and in accordance with local laws, she was banished from the town.
Banished?
Yes, she was tied to a wheelbarrow, dragged into the woods, and left for dead. The winters are harsh here, and no one could survive in the deep woods without shelter, especially an old woman.
But how can you be sure?
We have sent several search parties into the woods, both to look for the missing children and the remains of the witch. Neither has been found.
But the children? What else could explain the disappearances?
Most likely they've gone into hiding. After Elly was banished, the children's imaginations began to run wild.
But you mentioned suspects.
Yes. I am awaiting the arrival of troops to escort 2 prisoners to Baltimore for trial, and one of them, a woman named Elizabeth Styler, is suspected of witchcraft.
Do you think she is involved in the disappearances?
I found her lying on the floor in the Kedward home. She was mumbling strange phrases. Around her were the remains of dead animals, arranged in a strange pattern. I arrested her for suspicion of practicing the black arts.
Who is the other prisoner?
Our town drunk, Hiram Heathtoe. We found him hiding in Smith's barn in town. He's always been a bit crazy, but now he insists that he was hiding from a witch or some other form of demonic being. We arrested him for stealing a chicken from one of the local farmers. Until the troops arrive, I will be conducting a more thorough investigation.
I would like to question your prisoners. With your permission, of course.
You're a man who doesn't take no for an answer, witch hunter. I don't see any use in talking to a drunk and a delusional woman, but you may see them. But I warn you, witch hunter, do not interfere with my investigation. Here is the key to the jail.
I assure you that I will stay out of your way. My offer stands. I am at your service if there is anything I can do.
If you truly believe that this is a matter of witchcraft, you might consider a visit to Coffin Rock.
What is Coffin Rock?
Coffin Rock has been the source of legend for generations. Some say from the time before this area was even settled by the white man. Most of the townsfolk whisper the name and would never venture there. But it seems to me that a witch hunter would be interested in a place like that.
Perhaps after talking to your prisoners.
Here is a map to Coffin Rock. It lies near the center of the forest. If you find anything that will be of use to me, report back here immediately. You should go to the church and speak with Father Goodfellow. He may have other information that may interest you. If you find anything that will be of use to me, report back here immediately.
Good day, Father. I am Jonathan Prye. I've come to investigate the strange events that have plagued your town.
Welcome, welcome, my son. I am Father Hale Goodfellow. A demonic evil has infested our once peaceful town. The people flee in terror. I have prayed that someone will be able to rid this place of her. God willing, you are that man.
Her? Do you mean Elly Kedward? Do you believe she's the Blair Witch?
Oh, I am certain of it, my son. I discovered her diabolic ways some time ago. And though Jonah finally banished her to the woods, I fear she has escaped and is now exacting her revenge upon the poor souls of this town.
It was you who discovered that she practiced witchcraft? Tell me, Father. Tell me what happened.
She worked her evil charms on the children of Blair. One of these children, a young girl named Isabel Abel, confided in me, and hence the witch was found out.
What sort of evil charms?
No one knows. The children said that she lured them to her house and drew their blood. It was on this basis that I accused her of witchcraft. What other reasonable explanation could there be? I reported my findings to the magistrate, and she was found guilty.
Strange behavior, to be sure. But what other evidence do you have of her witchcraft?
It is the very children who accused her that have gone missing. In my mind, this means that the witch has survived her punishment, or worse, returned from the dead to seek her vengeance.
Tell me what you know about the prisoners that Jonah has locked up in jail.
Hiram is harmless enough. He is weak and drinks too much, and I believe that Jonah has him locked up for his own safety. The woman, Elizabeth Styler, is an entirely different story. She is in league with the devil, and her soul must be cleansed. It is for our own safety that I placed a ward on her cell, binding her from using her pagan magic. I cannot help but believe that she has conspired with the Kedward witch and is connected to the missing children.
You are so convinced of your truth, Father. I wish I could be so sure.
What troubles you, my son? You act as if you've lost your faith.
I have.
You must believe in yourself and in God. He has placed you here to test you, and it is only your faith that will allow you to succeed.
Then pray for me, Father, for my faith has rotted. God has left me, and I abandon him in return.
If you have lost your faith, why did you come here?
I came here to discover or rediscover what I truly believe, but each passing moment leaves me more confused. Perhaps I should leave this place before I bring the wrath of God down upon us all.
You will find your faith again, my son, and it shall be stronger than ever. You must believe that God has sent you on this great journey to help not only the children of Blair, but yourself as well.
Yes, the children.
There are things I must tell you, strange things that I have witnessed firsthand.
What kinds of things?
Graves have been defiled, corpses missing, and one night as I walked home through the forest, I saw the undead roaming through the woods. At first I thought my eyes were failing me. I'm not as young as I used to be, but I ventured close enough to see them, disfigured and demon-eyed, and smell them. Oh, I tell you, my son, the smell was horrible. They chased me, and I feared for my life. It was a truly horrific experience.
Could it have been a dream?
I wish it had been, but it was real. And a few nights later, I began hearing a voice beckoning me. Now I realized it was the witch. The voice was strange, garbled, but at the same time, gentle and alluring. I found it impossible to resist and ventured into the woods. I don't know the woods well, and it was very dark. I was lost after only a few moments. It was then that the voice became threatening, demonic. It became obvious that it was the witch and that I was in the presence of the devil himself.
That is a strange tale, Father.
There are many things here that are strange. I pray that you will uncover the truth, my son, and spare our poor town from this blight.
I will do what I can. Whatever truth lies in those woods, I will seek it out.
Who are you? What do you want? I told that damn Jonah I ain't got nothing to do with anything. Can't you all leave me be? Or at least give me a damn drink?
My name is Jonathan Prye. I want to talk to you about the strange events that have befallen your town.
I ain't got nothing to say unless I have something to drink. I left my bottle of whiskey in that old barn. Bring it to me and I might be willing to talk to you.
I'm not sure Jonah would like it if I gave you liquor.
Well, you ain't getting an ounce of information out of me until I have my whiskey.
I should give this to Hiram.
Oh, did you find it?
Is this what you're looking for?
There it is. Oh, come here, my precious. I have missed you. Thank you, Mr. Prye. Now tell me, what do you want to know?
Tell me about Elly Kedward.
The Blair Witch. I told that damn Jonah not to do anything so foolish as to send her into the woods. She will be the death of us all, Mr. Prye. I'm sure of it. She has dark knowledge that can send us all into Satan's arms. She's come back to drag us to the bowels of hell. Look at me. I hid for days from these evil deeds. In Smith's barn. I only came out when I was hungry. Potter says I stole a chicken from him, so they throw me in here, defenseless. It's only a matter of time before the devil finds me here. Shh! We must speak quietly. One of the devil's disciples shares this very jail with me.
But Hiram, I can hear you just fine. You can't hide from me, friend.
Please, Mr. Prye, I beg of you. If you have power over the evil that plagues this town, start here with the wickedness that lurks in this jail.
Why have they imprisoned you, good lady?
They accuse me of heresy. I'm guilty of nothing other than being in Elly Kedward's house.
The magistrate said you were behaving strangely.
Strangely? Yes. Would not anyone behave strangely after seeing the terrors I beheld? When I entered the house, I was greeted with the stench of death. Slaughtered animals, entrails asunder, it was all too much. I was paralyzed with fear. When Jonah found me, I was still out of my senses. That could not have been my work. I could never have done that to those animals.
But why? Why were you in Elly's house in the first place?
She calls me.
Elly? She calls you?
Yes, she calls for help. Elly is not evil. She is only misunderstood, as am I. She did not harm any of those children. Elly was the one that taught me the ways of the craft before they banished her. I have not seen her since that wretched day.
So, you admit to being a witch?
Yes, but no one knew. I kept it a private matter, lest I end up dead like Elly. I'm not an evil woman. Does the mere practice of witchcraft make me so?
I hear stories of walking dead, of children disappearing, of all sorts of strange things. Surely nothing good or pure could bring about such horror. These events are somehow related to each other, and I am here to find out why.
But I've done nothing wrong. They call me a heretic, simply for violating their principles of Christianity.
I am going to Coffin Rock today to investigate these events. Then we shall see what form of evil is at work in this town.
But I've done nothing wrong. They call me a heretic, simply for violating their principles of Christianity.
The gate is sealed. What form of magic blocks my way? What evil is this? God help us all if that old woman has freed herself to inflict such horror.
The child must not be freed. Leave now or risk your own soul.
Dear God, who speaks to me?
You can't hide. We're gonna get you.
I will get you back to town, child. Do you know her?
Isabel Abel, one of the missing children. Where did you find her?
Coffin Rock.
Such strange and horrible markings. Who could do such violence to a child?
She was splayed across the rock. It looked like a ritual sacrifice. What say you, priest?
I say it's the work of a witch, most certainly the Kedward woman. But how could she have escaped the ropes, Jonah?
She couldn't have. She was bound tightly, and even if she had escaped, she would have surely succumbed to the elements. Could it be that another witch, or even a coven of them, seeks to finish her work?
Impossible! This is Kedward's handiwork. We must confront the Styler woman and find out exactly what she knows. If she refuses to talk, we will find ways to make her talk.
That won't be necessary, Father. Let me talk to her again. She trusts me.
Do not allow yourself to be manipulated by her evil, Prye. The devil himself works his deceit through these witches.
I need to do some work back at the courthouse. Mr. Prye, I'm afraid your sidearm won't do it all. Take my rifle.
Thank you, good sir.
I must ask you a great favor, Jonathan. A favor that may well save us all. In this very town is the grave of a great priest. A man who knew much about the forces of darkness. He took to his grave a powerful Christian relic. A cross that grants immense power to he who wears it. If it were to fall into the wrong hands, it would mean disaster for us all.
Where is the body buried?
In the cemetery. Take this scroll with you. Hold it up to the gate and read aloud the words written here, and you will gain access. Tread cautiously, my son. The woods are in the clutches of great evil. But if you can find the relic and bring it back to me, I'll teach you how to wield its great power.
I see you've made it back from the woods.
I found one of the children at Coffin Rock. She's been tortured, and her body is covered with ritualistic markings. We believe the Kedward woman is still alive, and that it is she who has abducted the children.
It can't be. Elly would never harm anyone. No witch would do such evil things. People are simply afraid of the unknown, and they blame witchcraft for that which they can't explain.
Perhaps, but it is the only reasonable explanation. The markings on the child are arcane, and must surely be born of witchcraft. I need to get inside Elly's house, Elizabeth. Tell me how to get there.
You'll never find her house on your own without a map. I have one. In a spell book at my house. Jonah would never allow me to have it in my possession here. But if you bring it to me, I can show you how to get there.
It would be foolish of me to bring a self-confessed witch her spell book.
It's of no use to me here. The priest put a ward on my cell that prevents me from using any spells, so I'm powerless with or without it. If you really want to search Elly's house, you must bring it to me.
Very well. I'll bring it to you.
Here is the key to my house. Go quickly.
Etiam debeo pervenire. What demons are these? This must be what the priest was talking about. I'd better return it to Hale.
You found it, my son. But where? Was it still in the priest's grave?
I took it from the clutches of the undead. The cemetery is full of resurrected corpses. No doubt the Blair Witch has worked her demonic spells to raise the dead.
Then my dreams were true. Thank you, Mr. Prye. Had this sacred relic passed into the hands of the devil's minions, all would have been lost. Let me teach you how to invoke God's power with this cross. You may well need it. May God be with you, my son. I will pray for your safe return.
What a mess! I'll never find the book in here. God forgive me for placing this book back into the hands of that woman. Here is your book.
Thank you. Yes, here we are. This will show the way to Elly's house. But before you go, allow me to teach you a simple spell that will help if you happen to run into any trouble. Here, take this Bind Evil spell box with you. Throw the small stones within the box at your enemy's feet, and they will lose their ability to move for a limited time.
I have no use for your spells. My rifle and musket are all the protection I need.
You must open your mind, Jonathan. This is no longer a battle of mortal men. If you get into trouble, you must use whatever means necessary to protect yourself. I will await your safe return.
The spirit of the wolf has delivered you to me, Jonathan Prye. Please, sit. I am Askaya Gigagi, shaman of the Nanticoke. I know you. You have come to seek the truth of this forest, but you are blind to that which lies outside the realm of your understanding. For generations, our people have offered tribute to the dark spirit Hecatomix in return for his protection and favor. The white man has no belief, no respect for the dark spirit, and so paid him no tribute. In return for their disrespect, the dark spirit took them as human sacrifices. But this hatred has blinded him, and now he sees all men as white.
So it is this dark spirit who is taking the children.
Children from one of our villages have disappeared as well.
But why children? Why would he not take any available soul as his sacrifice?
They are the perpetuating force of civilization. Without children, our mortal race will die out, and Hecatomix will stand alone as the great chief of this world.
Why have you brought me here? What can I do?
You must walk between 3 worlds and bring them together as one. Traveling them is the only way to stop the evil forces of the woods. You have already rescued one child. Now you must save the remaining children in order to bring peace to this area.
I come from a different world. My understanding of good and evil is far removed from what you speak of. These are stories we tell our children to make them fear God. I came to hunt a witch, and now you speak of 3 worlds and tell me that I must battle the devil himself. To me, it's obvious that this is the work of the Kedward woman. She took the children for revenge and her demonic rituals. Your stories are unbelievable.
Why do you fear the truth? Why do you blind yourself to the greater truth? You, like all white men, fear what you do not understand. The witch is a woman, no more. These events were caused by a much greater power than an old woman dabbling in witchcraft.
I'm not sure what to believe anymore, but I know I must follow my instincts. They tell me the witch is responsible, and it is her that I must seek out if this madness is to stop.
Do what you must, witch hunter. You will need me again, and I will be waiting. You will be powerless to conquer the task at hand until you overcome your fears.
What madness is this?
Away, witch hunter! This place holds only suffering for you.
Reveal yourself! Who are you?
You are without the faith and courage to face your fears. How can you fight that in which you refuse to believe? Your father would be so proud of his loathing, trembling son.
Why do you torment me, demon?
Because you are weak and consumed by fear. Return to me when you summon your courage, so that I can have the pleasure of sending you to join your family in hell!
Why do you tremble so, witch hunter?
I fear I have neither the faith nor the strength to fight this battle. I went to the old woman's house.
What did you find there?
A demonic force, unlike anything I could have imagined. The most horrible and frightening thing I've ever seen.
You must gather your courage, Jonathan Prye. Without you, the children are lost, and this great evil will hold sway over us all.
But why me? A man who has renounced his faith and been abandoned by God.
You have been chosen, Jonathan. It is not for me to decide why. You must accept your destiny. I have something for you.
What is this?
It is a symbol of spiritual sight. Wearing it will help you see within yourself, and it will warn you when danger approaches.
Warn me? How?
It will make a noise whenever danger lurks nearby. It is important that you heed its warning, always.
How will it help me see within myself?
It will allow you to clearly see your own fear. It is the only way to conquer it and rediscover your courage. Now, you must go back to the Kedward home.
Yes, it's the only way.
You are a powerful man, Jonathan. Accept your destiny, and you will rid this land of the evil that plagues us all.
Dare return to this place, you pathetic shell of a man? Are you ready to join your family in hell?
I've come to send you back to your dark master. Now, reveal yourself, you vile bastard son of evil!
Today it is you who will join your family in hell!
Thank you. You saved my life. I have heard that all white men are bad, but I do not think that is true. Here, take this talisman.
What is this?
Wear it, and Osha Dagea, the great mystical eagle, will give you the ability to cross great distances.
Our village thanks you, Jonathan Prye. In rescuing Ayawamet, you brought hope and courage to our people. You fought well, and I knew that you would win. You are much stronger than you think, witch hunter, but you still have much to learn if you are to destroy Hecatomics.
Teach me what I must know.
We exist in a world between two other very real worlds. Above us lies the spirit plane, and below us, the demon plane. I believe Hecatomics holds the rest of the children on these other planes. You must travel to each and search for the remaining captives.
How do I reach these planes?
There is a gateway to each of these planes deep within the forest. The spirit gate will lead you into the spirit plane. This Twana will lead you there. The spirit gate is marked with a symbol shaped like this Twana. Once you've reached the gate, hold up the Twana, and the gateway will open for you. But be careful, Jonathan. The spirit plane was once a place of great tranquility. But when Hecatomics conquered it, it became corrupted. It is a very dangerous place now.
And the demon gate?
No one knows the position of this gate. It has been shrouded by evil, and its location has remained cloaked in secrecy for 20 generations.
Is there anything else I should know?
Yes. I must teach you a restorative spell that will cure any wounds inflicted upon you. Shake this whenever your strength fades. I must return to my home now and rest. I await your entrance into the spirit plane. This place was once so peaceful. It was the afterlife for the bravest of our people. When Hecatomix conquered it, he turned all of the spirits into decayed abominations that will attack anyone who steps within their reach. You must be very cautious while traversing these plateaus. If you die here, you will also be dead in the natural world. I do not wish to be discovered here, so I must return to the natural world. Visit me when you have completed your work.
I knew someone would come for me. Thank you. Please, take this talisman. My grandfather gave it to me. It will give you courage. Wear it, and the great spirit bear, Hinyagwai, will come to you. It will help you in your journey.
No bridge. What am I to do? Take a leap of faith?
You have no business here, witch hunter. Leave now, or join these pathetic souls as Lord Hecatomic's eternal servant. Thank you. You've released me from the grip of Hecatomic's power. I have disgraced myself with my behavior. I will no longer command this region. Take this. I have no use for it now. This staff will send a great bolt of energy into anything it comes in contact with. It will help you on your quest to rid the evil that has cursed us all. I will now transport you and the girl back into the mortal plane. I wish you luck on your journey.
You have indeed become a powerful man, Witch Hunter. You have entered realms that no man has ever seen. How have you survived such perilous travels?
Good fortune, I suppose.
God has smiled upon you.
Perhaps. How is the girl?
In surprisingly good shape, given the circumstances. Her strength should return in a few days.
That's good to hear. I must go now. I have to find the gate into the demon plane and try to put an end to this madness.
Ah, yes. Elizabeth Styler has been asking for you. I told her that I would send you down when I saw you again.
I will speak with her as soon as I can.
We appreciate what you're doing, Jonathan.
May God be with you, my son.
Thank you for coming, Jonathan. I'm glad you're safe.
I need to know where the gate to the demon plane is located in the forest.
I know where it is, but you are not ready to go there. I will tell you what you need to know to enter the demon gate if you will help me.
What kind of help are you talking about?
There is a great tree that grows in the heart of the forest. It's been stricken with a sickness that no one can explain. I need you to go to the tree and locate the source of its ailment.
Great tree? Do you mean the tree in the center of the forest?
Yes. The great tree provides support and energy to all living things in the forest. It is believed that if the great tree were to perish, then the whole forest would soon follow.
I will go examine the tree. But when I return, I want you to tell me everything you know about the demon gate.
Please hurry. I don't know how much longer it can survive.
I never noticed this object before. I wonder if it has something to do with all the bugs. Let's see if I can get it out. This doesn't belong here. I hope I can get it out.
Very strange. This bag can hold many spells. They can be cast without much effort and are very effective. But whoever did this put only one spell in the bag. A spell that sickens its victims and causes a slow and painful death. Only witches that practice black magic would know this spell. But why would someone deliberately try to kill the great tree?
How can you tell what spell it contains?
I am well versed in all types of spells. I don't practice black magic, but I know of witches that do.
You promised to tell me how to get to the Demon Gate.
Yes, of course. I must tell you, though, no man has ever entered the demon plane. What makes you believe that you could survive it?
I survived the spirit plane, and it is infested with evil. Can the demon plane be much worse?
Far worse than you can imagine. You must not enter without protection. Here, take this bag. When in the presence of your enemy, throw a small scarab stone at it. The stone will transform into many tiny bugs that will swarm, causing it to become very ill. But use it wisely. The spell will wear off over time.
Thank you. Now you must tell me how to enter the gate.
To access the demon plane, you will need the bones of a great Indian warrior. With these bones, I will construct for you a twana that will open the gate.
Where am I going to find the bones of an Indian warrior?
I've heard tales of an old burial ground that lies somewhere around here, but I've never been there, so I don't know where it's located.
Indian bones. I can help you.
What do you know about Indian bones, Hiram?
A few months ago, I was wandering through the forest when I came upon two odd-looking statues. As I moved closer, I saw an entrance to a burial ground guarded by 2 Indian warriors. They told me that I lacked the courage to enter, and I fled in fear.
Do you remember where it is?
Yes! How could I forget? The look on the faces of those 2 guards was horrifying. It's deep within the forest. I can show it to you on your map.
I'm impressed, Hiram. You've managed to be useful for something. I thought you were only good for draining the town's liquor supply.
I am immune to you, witch. When Mr. Prye defeats the evil surrounding us, your dark practices will end.
You have no idea of my powers, Hiram. But perhaps I can demonstrate them for you soon.
Why do you torment him so?
Don't worry, Jonathan. I'm just toying with him. I wish no harm to Hiram. He just gets so timid when I speak to him that it's hard to resist teasing him.
Please, don't aggravate him. I may need his help, and I cannot rely on him if he is confused and possessed by fear.
I will leave him alone. When you return with the bones, I will construct the Twana.
Thank you.
Halt, witch hunter! You shall not enter these holy grounds. Only those who have proven their courage may enter here. The spirit of the bear may only be invoked by the most courageous of hearts. You may enter these sacred grounds, but be warned, they contain untold dangers. The evil hand of Hecatomix can be felt even on these hallowed grounds.
Lord Hecatomix has warned you already to stop interfering in his plans. He has sent me to bring you to your knees and slowly suck the life from your pitiful body.
The time draws near. You must enter the demon plane and face hecatomics. You must keep your eyes wide open as you travel the demon plane. There are still children there, and they are in grave danger. You have come far since we first met, and your faith has grown stronger. But I would like to strengthen you further by teaching you a spell that will give you greater power over your enemies. The raindrops in this vial are from a brutal thunderstorm that occurred over 1,000 years ago. When the vial is destroyed, a storm will rage and cause great damage to your foes. But use caution, Jonathan, and remember that unleashing any spell will diminish your personal magical energy.
Thank you, Asgaia. Your help has been a great comfort to me.
Welcome back, my son. I have been anxiously awaiting your return. I have much to tell you.
What is it, Father?
You have done a splendid job, Jonathan. But I fear you are about to confront evil that is far more powerful than anything you can imagine. Here, take this Bible with you. Hold it up before an evil being, and you will cast an extremely powerful exorcism spell. I must caution you, though. Casting it will diminish both your energy and the demons. You must ensure that you have more energy to spare than your enemy. If you find yourself low on health during the spell, you must stop the exorcism. But be warned, stopping during mid-spell is detrimental to your health, as it will not be replenished. Replenishing your health from the spell can only be done if your target has been destroyed. Oh yes, and you will only be able to cast the exorcism spell twice before replenishing your magical energy.
I understand.
I await your safe return.
I've been waiting for you, Jonathan. Were you able to retrieve the bones from the burial grounds?
I have them, but it was no easy task.
Oh, these will work nicely. Wait while I construct the Twana. Like the spirit Twana, this symbol will give you the power to open the demon gate. You must take this charm with you as well. It will guide you to the gate. Use it in the forest to summon Tawaskara, a dark wolf that will lead you to the demon gate. You must understand, Jonathan, that entering this gate may mean your death.
I'll take my chances.
Hello, Jonathan. What can I do for you?
Is it necessary to keep Elizabeth in jail?
Yes, until I complete my investigation. I have no hard evidence that she is involved, but I still see her as a danger to the community. If I released her, she would simply go back to practicing witchcraft. My hope is that once we've returned things to normal, the people of Blair will return to their homes. It wouldn't do to have a known witch striking fear in the hearts of our townspeople. She must stand trial for witchcraft and heresy.
She has helped me in my investigation. Without her help, some of the children would not have been saved. I just thought you would like to know that.
I will take that under consideration. Thank you, Mr. Prye.
You will never pass this gate, witch hunter. You thought I would help you on your quest, but I have merely led you to your doom. You will die here, where my jaws will rip the the flesh from your bones.
I wonder what this skull is used for.
Thank you for saving me. Take this strength talisman. Use it when you need to possess the pure strength of Gnoyadak to overcome an obstacle.
Thank you. Travel safely back to your village. I don't have the strength to open the door.
presence is useless here, witch hunter. You will suffer a slow and painful death.
It's a pity that I must kill you, witch hunter. I could have used the likes of you at my side.
I have battled evil my whole life. Now you will die. God willing, I will survive this battle to continue my hunt.
God willing? Your God cannot help you now. We have already won, and I will conquer your world and destroy your pitiful race. As for you, witch hunter, you will suffer pain that you cannot imagine before you breathe your final breath. Pathetic mortal. Today you shall die with the bitter taste of failure on your lips.
Release the witch hunter, Hecatomics. You are finished.
You are too late, medicine man. Return from where you came. This is no business of yours.
My people have been slaves to your evil for too long. I can think of no better sacrifice for my ancestors and for the generations to come than to sacrifice my life to stop you.
You dare to take the side of the white man in this battle?
I take only the side of good against evil.
May the gates of heaven open for you, my friend.
Soon we shall feast together on the spirit plane, my brother.
You betray your own blood for this foul mortal. You shall never find rest on the spirit plane. Only the eternal curse you have brought on yourself today. She has finally come. Now it is time for the ceremony to commence.
Wake up, Prye. You must hurry and leave this realm before the ceremony is complete. Quickly, this world is crumbling. You don't have much time before the gate is sealed.
The time has come for Lord Hecatomix to join with me. Your world will be brought to its knees to bow before the greatest ruler of all time.
How did you get out of prison?
Your iron bars are useless against the power I hold in my body. But let's dispense with the pleasantries and begin the ceremony. Today is truly a great day.
I don't understand.
You never understood. You see good and evil with the simplicity of a child. You became a soldier in a battle against yourself. You are too late, Jonathan. You have opened the gate for us, and now Lord Hecatomix will come. We will join together and ravage your loathsome world.
You were part of this all along? But I believed in your innocence. I trusted you.
Never trust a witch, you fool. Didn't you learn that long ago? You've hunted witches your whole life. Your god must be disappointed and ashamed of your weakness. I am the mortal vessel of the demon, and together we will bring the destruction of this world.
Now, Witch Hunter, you will be the first to die.
Speak to me, child. Can you hear me?
He's alive, Prye. Thanks to you. You have won a great victory here today, Jonathan. I cannot claim to understand the forces at play here, but I know that you have fought a battle that has saved us all. I thank you, on behalf of all the townspeople.
God bless you, my son. You have secured your place in heaven today. May God go with you, Jonathan, for all the days of your life.
We will forever be indebted to your courage. Men of your character are rare indeed. You know, this town could use a man such as you as our constable.
I must respectfully decline, Jonah. My eyes have been opened once again to the spiritual powers of the universe. I must return home to my church, to my flock. It is they who need me, and I who need them.
May God go with you, Jonathan.
Fare thee well, Father.